Hi, this is Old Gaming Geek. I'm here with another episode of Fallout 4 Must Die, which is getting overpowered with the railroad. And we are on number 5, but there are basically a couple easy steps. And the first thing we're going to need to do is to get overpowered the railroad is we're going to acquire the Silver Shroud coat and hat, which you just saw there, which is in Hubris Comics. And you're going to have to wipe out some pretty tough ghouls up at the top. But then once you kill them all, you go grab this hat and that costume. Those can be modded to make some pretty awesome late game armor. Also, too, while you're here, just a quick reminder, don't forget your Grognak accent costume. But once you're done there, you're going to go on to step 3, which is you're going to go do the Freedom Trail quest in Boston Commons, which is going to take you eventually to this church. And by then, you should have looked at the ground and picked up all the markers that will give you the Pass Road Railroad. There's a railroad sign there that you can see, which shows the entrance, and you're going to go ahead and get in there. Once you go do that, and then you actually interact with Deacon, you will then be given a quest called Tradecraft. After you complete Tradecraft, you're going to have an item you need to give to this guy, Dr. Carrington. Dr. Carrington is also going to give you a quest, and then you also go talk and get this character going, which is Pam. You need to do 2 quests for her. Sometimes it's 1, but if most times it's 2. Once you do 2 quests for Pam, it will unlock Bullet Weave as long as you talk to the next character, who is also important to talk to. That's Tinker Tom. You talk to him so you can barter with him and buy the Tinker Tom special rifle, which is very easily probably one of the best weapons in the game. Its mechanics are a little hinky, but you know, it takes down critters pretty good, and especially if you mod it and you increase the ammo size in the barrel and put a decent scope on it, it's not a bad deal. To get Tinker Tom to sell you this, you just do this quest here. It may be optional, but I always do it. It gives me affinity points with Preston. It's a crazy quest where you inject battery acid into yourself. So don't forget to heal yourself afterwards. But anyways, this quest is really short, and it gets you some affinity points with Deacon. So I'm doing it really quick. Tinker Tom's version of an acid trip. And all right, so once that's done, you see I'm looking a little woozy here. I think Tinker Tom unfortunately gets the second worst Radiant quest besides the ones that Preston has you do. He will then give you access to his barter. This right here is what you want to pick up. You saw the stats on it, and you do not have ballistic weave. You will also buy the ballistic weave, and you can buy ballistic weave from him, but you will probably need a little more that he'll sell you in one day. So I'll show you where to get the next round of ballistic weave. But get that rifle. So the next step before you mod your Silver Shroud armor, do the following 2 things. 1, go to this vendor in Goodneighbor who is right there outside. I mean, as soon as you enter the town, she will be right there. And she has ballistic weave. Then go to the memory den.
Excuse me.
Talk to Kent and do this really short video sequence with Kent. You will end up giving him the Silver Shroud armor, and he will give it back to you. Why is this important? Because if you do like I've done once, which is go mod it up and spend a lot of time modding it up, and then you hand it to him, when he hands it back, all of your mods will be wiped off. So save yourself a boatload of ballistic weave. Do this first, become the Silver Shroud, and this will serve you well because you won't have to mod this again and waste all those mods on it. The next thing, too, is Tinker Tom's rifle will hold you over probably until you can get a much better weapon, like a Gauss rifle. So as you go along, mod it up. Remember, you have to have the Armorer perk, and you definitely want to get at least a 2 or 3 Armorer perks for your Silver Shroud. and at least
memorabilia
gun
too.
nut
Here's
2
something else.
for Tinker Tom. So get
Here you
those
go.
perks lined
After
up,
all
get them
these
in
years,
your
the
perk
Silver Shroud is.
chart
I'm just not
as
Silver
soon as you
Shroud. What's it?
can because it will make your weapon so much better and
That's
your
the first
armor
singing
so
thing
much
you've said.
better.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll be able to
But
do
you
ballistic
have to
weave
be in the Silver.
1, but trust me, you're going to feel pretty
That's why you
bad
get to be the
plinking
Shroud.
along with
The
stuff.
costume
You'll
and gunning
survive
else.
most encounters,
Here's.
but plinking along with Tinker Toms, it's kind of slow up as far as firing. You definitely want to get it modded
Some
as soon as
calling cards, I guess.
possible. So get your gun nut up to at least a 2. That's it. So once you've got this in tow, you head to a crafting station and start crafting. Thanks for watching.